A very good afternoon to everybody. Respected Chief Guest Shri Anjani Kumar, Commissioner of Police, Hyderabad City, Madam Shikha Goyal, and other members of the panel, guest speakers of today's subject. Well, I think it's a great pleasure to be here today, and I'm very thankful that I'm here today. And I would just apologize if I'm late. I'm sorry for that. I'm very happy to learn that today Hyderabad Police and Surrealism International Hyderabad are jointly conducting an interactive symposium on prevention, prohibition, and redressal of sexual harassment on women at workplace. Sexual harassment is a type of discrimination. It is an unwanted or an unwelcome sexual behavior which makes a person feel offended, humiliated, or intimidated. It can be physical, verbal, non-verbal, or written. As you all are aware about the current Me Too movement that has brought in a lot of awareness recently about the sexual harassment of women at workplace. This movement has educated both women and men about the responsibilities towards the society. Well, I just wanted to share a few things about, like, when I've been traveling abroad, where I've actually seen that in abroad there have been a lot of respect and privacy towards women. And I feel really very happy that there is a lot of respect towards women in other countries. Well, in India, people actually tell us about women, that we should respect women, but I think there are very rare people who actually practice it and who actually do it or think that, okay, we have to respect women. It is just that they only say it, but they don't practice it. So I would just want to say everybody, and I would wish that people will actually come forward and know that we should respect others, and also especially for the women. Like before, it was just that, women should not work, or women should just stay at their places and just be at home. But I think now the society has completely changed a lot, where it is equal, that it is said that men and women are equal, and I think we women have to be strong and we have to believe in ourselves. And I think especially talking about that, well, as a woman we can do anything, and there have been a lot of sexual harassment, and I would just say, and very frankly I would just say, that sexual harassment is not about only sex, but it is also about when there are a lot of people who are physically or mentally harassing you. So it's just that you can come forward and tell and talk about it. I think we shouldn't be ashamed of it, and we have to be, in fact, we have to be proud about it, that we are strong and we are coming forward to actually speak about it. And I think that's all, and I'm really very happy and I'm very proud to be a woman, and I think we have to be very proud about it, and we have to believe in ourselves. Thank you.
Hyderabad city here. Today is an indicator to how much importance the city police bestows on this very critical and burning issue. Sir, we are grateful for your presence here. We are still waiting for PV Sindhu. She's on her way. So when she comes, we'll welcome her at that time. We also have amongst us three eminent panelists. One is Shruti, who is on the stage. I welcome you, Shruti. We have Preeti from Aware Citizen Foundation, and we also have Namrata. Namrata has come? She's still on way? Okay. A couple of months back, when I was having a meeting with the Internal Complaints Committee of the Hyderabad City Police, I realized that there is a great need for having an orientation session for ICCs across different organizations and sectors. There are so many doubts and so many misconceptions about the entire concept of sexual harassment. Now, sexual harassment is a form of discrimination and includes unwelcome attention of sexual nature. It includes a range of behavior from seemingly mild transgressions and annoyances to actual sexual abuse or sexual assault. Anyone from either of the gender can be a victim or a perpetrator. However, the Sexual Harassment Act for women at a workplace is only for women. In most of the cases, the harassment occurs in most unexpected ways. It starts with moves that appear to be innocent but ends up in unprofessional and inappropriate behavior. As a key pointer, one needs to understand that anything that appears to be sexual, unpleasant, and inappropriate, which may or may not be within the tolerance limits of an individual, amounts to sexual harassment. Sexual harassment at workplace is when any such of this behavior makes a woman uncomfortable and creates an unwelcome or hostile working condition. Although women constitute 48.5% of India's population, only 27% of the Indian labor force constitutes women. However, still in 2016, women contributed to 17% of the national GDP. It is estimated that advancing women's equality can add $12 trillion to the global growth by 2025, and in India, it could increase our GDP by 16%. Therefore, women equality makes economic sense. The laws against sexual harassment at workplace had their first flight in 1997, finally resulting in this act which came into being in 2013. As per a recent survey, 40% of the IT companies and almost 50% of the automobile industries still have not constituted the ICCs. And even when the ICC exists, a number of times their trainings are not conducted or they do not carry enough teeth. According to the Indian Bar Association, 38% of working women confessed of being sexually harassed at the workplace. However, only 31% of them decided to lodge a complaint, which would mean that if after 100 working women, 38 experienced sexual harassment, only 11 finally ended up giving a complaint. And these figures are only tip of an iceberg. With companies focusing on gender diversity, creating a comfortable and safe working environment should be more of a right rather than a choice for the employers. Today, with more women joining the force, companies need to ensure that the establishments are safe so that the women employees feel secure and can work at ease. Companies cannot any longer turn a blind eye to harassment. The Sexual Harassment Act puts the onus on the management to comply with the provisions of the Act and help the aggrieved woman seek redressal. In addition, non-compliance of its rules may not only invite penal action but also put the company's reputation at stake and may cause significant loss in its growth as well. It is the responsibility of the employer to ensure that conducive and healthy working environment exists in their workplace for all the employees. They can prevent sexual harassment at the workplace by framing sexual harassment policies, educating the employees, creating awareness, sensitizing them through various workshops, etc., having an effective communication between employees, and also building a strong and skillful internal complaints committee. The year 2018 brought upon our country the largest sexual harassment reckoning of our time, the Me Too movement. From the Twitter hashtag to the extensive media coverage to the Me Too silence breakers, speaking up freely without inhibition and fear of taboo and stigma, it is continuing to pick up steam as more stories of abuse and harassment pour out. We are conducting sessions like these so as to ensure that a proper mechanism exists in each organization for redressal of grievances for women. The presence of key decision makers at this symposium today will ensure that the Act is implemented in the letter and spirit in your respective organizations. By the end of the session, we hope that you take away enough information for you to differentiate between different forms of sexual harassment, the consequences of sexual harassment, how to file a complaint, how to form a committee, and the role and responsibilities of the committees which are formed. All participants are going to receive a thumb drive which can act as a starter kit in your organizations or for reinforcement if you already have one. We also hope to continue such initiatives, bringing in different sectors over the next couple of months. Before I close, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Seropnews International, which is a social initiative